Hey everybody, I'm Chris and this is Luki Bike Adventures, and I've got this cute little trek bike that I thought would be like a really quick fix-up type of thing. It's a nice bike, but it did need new tires, and I think the brakes were shot on it, and so I'm like, well, that's a pretty easy fix. Put new tires on, lube up the chain, clean it up a little bit, and yeah, just the brakes, the cable, oh, you can't see that, can you? The cables are all corroded and kinked, and the lever was completely busted. So easy enough repairs, not super expensive or anything. And so I was gonna replace that. And also I noticed that the pedals weren't all the way screwed on and seemed to be pretty rusty. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just replace the pedals as well. Not a big deal. However, this is where it became a big deal. The pedals are rusted, but that's not the problem. Pedals are not screwed on the way you would most things are. So on the drive side, I've got this backwards. But on the drive side, you want to screw the pedals on towards the right, and on the non-drive side, you screw them on to tighten them to the left. So basically you tighten going towards the front of the bike. So if I want to tighten this pedal on, I'm going to turn it this way, that way, to tighten it. So it's not a righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, not when it comes to pedals. A lot of people don't know that. And whoever put these previous pedals on did not know that, because they did righty-tighty. They did righty-tighty, but also they put the wrong pedal on. So they screwed the left pedal on to the right side and the right pedal onto the left side, and I think they tried to do righty-tighty for both of them. Something like that. Where basically it's completely stripped out here, and it seems to be impossible to remove. I put a bunch of lubricant in there. I had, me and Nate, we were both like holding this down and putting all our weight onto the wrench. I took it into the shop and had another big guy try to like wrench this thing off. And what happens, because it's cross-threaded, so the left and the right, they're threaded differently. So as you tighten it, it turns to left, it screws inward. But because you have the wrong one on, as I'm trying to loosen it, it's trying to thread back in. So it's stripped, and it keeps trying to go back in. But if you tighten it, it doesn't come loose. It's a mess. And so we tried for a really long time. I think 3 or 4 of us tried different things. There seems to be nothing that can be done, which is really unfortunate. So I'm cutting it off. I'm just cutting the crank off. And I wasn't sure how hard this is. I'm like, am I even gonna be able to do it? Like, I had a little hacksaw. I was like, well, for like a kickstand, you just use a hacksaw, but this is, a crank takes, I guess, a lot more weight and force than a kickstand does, so the hacksaw wasn't cutting it. So I do have a Dremel, and I'm about halfway through it. Let's see, can you see that? So I'm pretty close to halfway through this crank arm here. I've been putting just some Tri-Flow on to try to, dissipate some of the heat. And I don't know if that's necessary or if Tri-Flow even helps with that, but it just seemed like a good idea. So I've been doing that. And my cutting wheel has shrank significantly. So it's normally, a brand new one is this size. Well, yeah, there's a bit of a size difference there. But it is doing it. So I figured I would kind of show how I'm doing this and why, and make sure everyone knows that you really need to pay attention when you're putting your pedals on. Here, let me grab a couple pedals here. So here's 2 pedals. Rusty pedals, but you should be able to see it. So On this one, there's some lines here. Can you see that? There's some lines, vertical lines going up and down. And this one does not have that. So this is the non-drive side pedal, and this is the drive side pedal. And if I was putting this in, I'd want to make sure this is not drive side. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold, or the flu, or something. And so I'd put this one on, and I would tighten it going that way. You can also tell by looking at the threads, it's harder to see, I think, on camera. But the threads are angled upward to the left. So that means you would tighten it to the left. And this one, the threads are angled upward to the right. And so you would tighten this one to the right. So just make sure when you're putting pedals on, you look at that, put a little tiny bit of grease on the threads, and tighten it in the correct direction to avoid this type of scenario. This is I've seen pedals get cross-threaded before, but I haven't seen it quite this bad before, where I couldn't remove it at all. So let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch now. As it's getting shorter, it's harder to, actually, I guess I do still have some room, but it's kind of bumping up against, this part is bumping up against this. So I don't know how much, I don't think I can go any further in there, actually. So this, I've had this Dremel for Not even exaggerating. I would guess 15 years, 20 years maybe. It certainly isn't something that I use every day, but when you buy nice tools, buy once, cry once, you know. It's lasted. Buy the tools you need, take mediocre care of them, and they last. You know? And so, oh, sorry, I did that off screen. So this has got a nice, I forgot what they call it. Let's see, maybe it says it on there. Easy lock. And so you, sorry, I'm too close. So you pull it down, and then it's got this kind of keyhole shape in there, and you just kind of stick it on. Stick it on there. Just stick it on there. It doesn't want to go on. There we go. And then tighten it. And kind of let it go, and it just kind of pops into place there. And that should be good. Let's give it a little bit more. See how we do. It's getting there. It's taking a while. I guess I'll do a quick update. It's December. Things have definitely slowed down. We're finally finished with all of our writing for the season, for the year. We've got a lot of stuff like tentatively booked already for next year, so that's exciting. Got a lot of stuff we're doing. I have a few different organizations have reached out to me, or maybe I've reached out to them, and we're working on doing things with more groups of kids, so that's going to be cool too. I guess the newest thing is that I launched a online store, so you can now buy not just parts and bags and accessories, but you can buy whole bikes. Not Trek, but you can buy bikes by Woom or Retrospec, Radio. They make BMX bikes. We the People, they also BMX bikes. So you can get those bikes from us. You could get helmets, all sorts of, pretty much anything you can get from a bike shop. We've got some of the stuff on there, and I'm uploading every day, getting more product on there. And I've even expanded out to put just outdoor and camping type stuff on there as well. So fire starters and grills and mess kits and anything you need to go back bike packing and, you know, like outdoorsy stuff, compasses, all that fun stuff. So check out the link below to do some shopping. If you got any Christmas gifts, you got to get out still. Let's see what else. I think that's the most like exciting thing that's been going on right now. All right, let's get back to this. I'm not left-handed. Really isn't much more there. Pretty sure that's not gonna just break. Oh, yes it will. There we go. Perfect. Oh, me of little faith. There we go. All right, so that took a while. That took a while to cut through. So let that be a lesson to you. Pay close attention to how you are putting your pedals on, because it can be a bigger problem than what you probably expect. So I do have a couple extra bikes that I could maybe take off the cranks and use that. I also have just where did I put it? I had another one. It is a bit rusty. I was looking at it. It was a bit rustier than what I probably want to use on this. So I'm probably going to take it apart and just see if a bike shop maybe has something in stock that'll work, that's cheap. And if not, then I don't know, we'll see. Because this actually isn't my bike. I'm actually fixing it for a little girl. Or actually, I guess her brother. Her brother's inheriting it now, I guess. So I guess that's the other thing. We're offering full bike repair services as well now. So if you've got a bike that you need some repairs and you're local, you know, emails down there. There's a contact form on the website. You can check us out that way. So I think that's it for this one. Just a cautionary tale here. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you everybody who's helped us make this year be awesome, and looking forward to all the cool stuff we get to do next year. Thanks for watching.